I'm in my prime, optimist.
Hey, welcome to our podcast today. Topic of the day will be users and abusers. So it's me and Annie, of course. Annie's here.
Annie is here.
So, how was your week, Annie?
So I had off for a couple of days this week.
Oh, really? Ain't you lucky?
I am. Okay. I spent some time with my brother.
Mm-hmm.
And then I had experience at a phone store.
What happened?
Okay, so I work for a phone company.
Right.
And I simply went there to get a SIM card for my grandma's phone because she just came back from Jamaica.
Okay, where did you go?
I can't give you the full deets. Okay, I just have to tell you that I went to this store to get a SIM card.
Right.
And
another store that's not your store.
Another store that's not my store. Same company, just not my store.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So I went to a dealer. Well, I work for a corporate store.
Okay.
All right? I was already peeved because I had to pay for the SIM card. So I was already pissed off. And then I had to pay my grandma's cell phone bill. Right? And in the process of all this, giving me the SIM card, the lady changes the plan. And I didn't know. She's like, it's just an extra $7 you got to pay. So I paid it.
Mm-hmm.
I leave the store, go get my grandma the SIM card. She don't got internet. Now, let's just fast forward to the fact that when we was in the store, the lady asked me, do my grandma have a smartphone? She does.
Right.
So I go to my grandma's house, no internet. I look at the receipt. She changed the plan to a plan that doesn't have internet. So I go back the next day, and I tell her what she did. Sorry, I had to rub my nose. I told her what she did, and she already came off with, I didn't do that. But if I had proof of something that you did, then you did it.
Exactly.
All you have to do is say, we'll fix it. Don't tell me what you did or did not do, because first thing, I didn't ask you that.
Right.
I asked you to fix the problem that you created. And then, so she's already rubbed me the wrong way. Now I work in customer service, and all she really had to say was, it's okay, we'll fix it, we'll come to a solution. You already started it off with negativity, so I'm going to give it right back.
Right, exactly.
So I had an attitude, and I hate giving people attitudes, but she just aggravated me. So we called customer service. Customer service, there's nothing they could do because it's an employee account. And when they said it, she looked shocked, and I turned around like, yes, Biddy, I told you that I work for the company. I could do your job. And the thing is that after all that, I just told her, I need you to start paying attention. Because I'm probably not the first person you made a mistake with. And probably not going to be the last. Pay attention to what you're doing.
Right.
That's it. And by the end of my whole speech with her, all she could say was, yes, ma'am. Now, mind you, she was older than me. Don't ma'am me. It's an insult. But do your job. And if you don't want to do it, then leave. Because you just made my life so much harder. Now I have to pay extra money to get a plan change or things like that.
Did you have to pay that?
Okay, low-key, I did not have to pay that because when I went to work the following day, I changed the plan. Like, I did it at work with a discount, and I didn't have to worry about paying anything.
Okay.
That's not the point. The moral of the story is that she should have did her job.
Right. Then you wouldn't have to go to work and do that.
Just pay attention.
I feel you.
How was your week?
I worked majority of the week. And it was okay. It wasn't too bad. Just working at a bank is just repetition. Every day you come in, you do the same thing. You see the same people. Because for some reason, the same people come into the bank every day, take out the same amount of money. Like, I just don't understand it. Like, people really don't have no lives. But yeah, that's pretty much how my week went. Just
they don't have debit cards? They can go to the ATM?
They could go to the ATM, but they don't. They just don't.
Do they not trust the machine?
I don't know. I don't know what's up with these people. All these questions, the same questions we asked while we there. Nobody at the ATM. They coming in the bank. But that's how my week went.
Nobody hardcore annoyed you or anything like that?
Oh, they annoy me every day, but nothing crazy. Like,
nothing crazy?
Nothing crazy. Okay, so we're also going to do takeaways from the previous week, but since this is just our second podcast, there's no takeaways.
Well, there is one. I should talk more and stop being less awkward.
Yeah, that's a takeaway right there. But you're doing good so far. And we're also going to do something called Scandals of the Day. But that would eventually come in time with the podcast once we get our viewers up and you guys start submitting things. It's just pretty much just any scandals you got going on. We'll speak them anonymously, of course. We won't put your information out there, your name, none of that.
And again, unless you want to.
Unless you want to, right? But we want some juicy stories. Juicy, like, let us know. And we're going to tell you our honest opinion. So if you're out there being a side hoe, a mistress, we're going to tell you that you're being a side hoe. So that'll eventually come in time. Then you can submit your stories. Or if you want to blast somebody out there, we won't put their names out there either. But, you can tell your story. Tell them what they did to you, somebody out there. They burned you. You want to submit your story. Hey, send it on in to our DM. But like I said, the topic of the day is users and abusers.
Users and abusers.
How you feel about that, Annie?
I am number one person to be used, okay? It's because I wear my heart on the sleeve, and I feel like
definitely do.
Everyone needs somebody to be there for them. Like, just slightly. Like,
right.
There are a lot of people walking around the streets with nobody who's willing to listen to them, willing to help them with their issues. And I try to be that. Like, I have this title called Captain Save-A-Ho. Like, my mom calls me that. Friends call me that. And stuff like that. But I just really, I feel bad for people. Because it's like, I just want to be an open ear. But my problem is that not only is my ear open,
your wallet is open too.
My wallet becomes open, my hands become open. Like, I'm willing to do anything for you because I just feel so bad for people because I feel like people get taken advantage of or people are just really not willing to help them. Right. So I'm just opened up to be used and abused.
You did say a good question earlier too. What was that question that you said? You were like, it was something like...
Oh, doesn't everyone use somebody slightly or eventually or something like
Which
that?
I think it's true, but I think it's not in the aspect of, like, using rather than needing help. Mm-hmm. I think it's a complete, like, different thing. I think when you have an intention of... A bad intention is using rather than when you need help. Because I feel like people need someone every now and then. And I think that's a difference. But I think people use me too. I think so. And mainly, I'm going to say, not strangers. I don't got time for strangers. You can get used by strangers. But not strangers. I'm going to say, like, family. Family, I've been used by them. But I also, after a couple times, like, no, that's not happening anymore. Probably the main person that be using me now is my mama. But that's my mama. How does she not use you, right? I think everybody's moms use them.
Truth.
Right?
Truth.
And then you feel like you owe them your life, so you're like, damn, I know you using me, but...
I know that I'm on speed dial, but right. Please don't call me. Right. Let me be your last resort. But you always first.
Exactly. But, yeah, I think it's, you gotta know the line with people.
I think when you don't generally want anything good for the person, then you're... All right, for example, I thought about it. I'm like, have I actually used anybody? And I believe I used my stepdad, to be honest. Because I didn't like this man. I didn't like him whatsoever. Okay? He got, like, severe issues. All right?
Right.
And I will act like I was nice to him, that I liked him, just so he could pay for me to get my hair and my nails done. Or just for him to, like, give me money for something. Like, I would literally, like, hey, how are you doing? How was your day? And not really care. Just so, like, a day later, I could be like, oh, I talked to you a couple of days ago. Can I have some money? And then after I started working and I didn't want his money, I stopped being nice to him completely. I was like, well, that's chalked. Like, I don't need your assistance whatsoever. So.
Now, you know how I am. I'm a firm believer in karma. So, Annie.
But hear me out. I feel like that was his karma. His karma because he used my mom. So I feel as though because of that, that was his karma. Him thinking that I actually enjoyed his presence when I didn't.
Right.
While you tricked and deceived my mom, let's be honest, to get your citizenship, to do a whole heap of things. Well, guess what? You actually thought her daughter liked you. And then, no. And you just disrespected the whole outcome. Like, I don't need you to be my daddy. I got a daddy. My daddy's very, like, there in my life. Mm-hmm. I'm doing this hand motion, but I don't know what this means. Very, cool. His presence is very known.
Right.
Even, like, so I don't know why you're trying to, like, discipline me. Who are you disciplining? First of all, you found me halfway grown. You married my mom when I was like 16 going on 17 years old. Who are you trying to be a parent to? I got a mom and I have a dad. So like I feel like between all that, that was his karma. Even to this day, he's still doing reckless stuff. So isn't that still, I don't know. Maybe that's why I'm using abuse a lot. Because I did that to that man.
So now you're self-reflecting back to the karma. First you was like, that's his karma. Now you like, wait, hold up. Maybe it's my karma. I don't know. And that's where I have my issue with karma too. Because what if that was his karma, but then yours is kind of, I don't know. Because
you're always supposed to live your life and treat people the way you want to be treated. So.
Right.
But at the same time, that's not bad. Like, just, if you wanted to be my dad, that's what my dad does. So I feel like you would have done it anyway. Mm-hmm. But it's still bad because I pretended to be nice to him. You shouldn't be fake to people. I think that's the part that's wrong.
Right.
Being fake to him.
That's true. But, so, I don't know. This is a hard question. How do you leave the situation, or how do you stop a situation? Stop someone from using you? I don't know. If you know, let me know, because like I mean, all right, so let's say I had family that would use me a lot for money. I just stopped giving them money. We still family. The debt they owed me, if they were close family, I just forgot about it and continued, with our relationship. So I guess you can do that, or you can just cut off all ties if you want to do that.
But wouldn't that make you like a really lonely person? Like, what if it's friends and family? Like, if you just cut ties with all these people.
I know. I think that's kind of in a phase I am right now as well, cutting everybody the fuck off. So I kind of do feel like a little lonely, because literally, like, I'm turning left and right and like cutting people out of my life. You cut. But also, you'll be left. I think you'll be left with the genuine people in your life, the people that love you, the people that want you to be great, the people that don't talk about you, And if that's 3-4 people in your life,
that's all you need.
That's all you need. Yeah, that's all you need. What you want? That extra person that's just there to give you bad energy, still, use you, steal from you, lie to you. Who knows? No, you don't need that motherfucker. You gotta go. So, I guess that's really the only way. Like, don't let the person use you by don't do for them.
But there are some people who, there are people who are the ones being used. And I don't want to say enjoy being used, but enjoy feeling like they need to be wanted. Mm-hmm. Like, that person always, sorry, the gum just, like, tried to kill me. Mm-hmm. That person who always calls you up, like, hey, can you do this? There are some people who actually enjoy that, who's like, this person calls me every week for money, or this person hangs out with me, and then I end up paying something for them. Like, something weird, like a weird combo. You know what I mean.
I guess they want the person's presence there, so they don't allow themselves to be used.
Right.
Yeah, I think there's some people like that.
But then what happens when that person gets tired? Like, that person's now tired of being used. Because there's a breaking point for everybody. Like, when you're tired, like, physically and mentally tired of this person, what do you do? Because you're so invested in this person. What if this person is like, this is not for me, but what if this person is like your only friend?
Well, they only your friend to use you. So they're not really your friend.
Okay.
I mean, that's how I think.
But like,
But other than that, just stop doing for them. And then see if they're still your friend. Because watch how fast they'll leave. That's just how it is. Now, the next question is, are you a user? That's definitely not us. Oh, wait.
oh, wait.
Wait. Let me backtrack real quick. So, I'm not going to say I'm a user, but I've been put in situations where, let's say with a guy, you know, I'm genuine talking to the person. Like, okay, like, we'll get to know each other. We'll start talking or whatever. And then off the gate, you can tell that this guy wants nothing but a piece of ass or whatever. So I'll be like, oh, you know what? I haven't done it, but I'm saying, like, in my head, I'll be like, man, like, you know, y'all just want a piece of ass. This is why females out here use y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is why they, you know, try to get all this money off of y'all, get all this, you know, these things off of y'all, bags, shoes. I'm about to do that.
There's nothing
But
for
I
free.
don't.
That's the problem that they understand. It. Like, either if you just want a piece of ass, then you know that this doesn't come for free. If you're not willing to give me a relationship or a full-on commitment, then you finna to pay these bills.
I understand too. Like, okay, you want some casual. You want some casual sex?
You can casually pay my bill.
You can casually do something for me, right? Like, come on now, like. But I've never done it. Like, I've never fully went through with it. I just end up cutting the person off. And,
right.
You know, whatever.
It does take a certain kind of person to just, like.
But I've thought of it. I'm like, you know what? You know, these guys. And then they really think all they could do is send you a couple texts for like 3-4 days straight. And all of a sudden it's like, you want to chill. No, block. No, I don't want to chill. What the hell happened to dates? I don't want to chill with your ass. But yeah, so now kudos to y'all women out there because I feel you. I can't do it.
But congratulations, because I want to do it. I'm in a relationship though for a very long time.
I want to do it too, but I ain't got no heart. I just
do have a heart.
I do. You're right. I do have a heart. I'm not cold-hearted. But really, I'm also scared of getting a stalker or like a crazy person that's like, bitch, give me my money back. Then I'm like, oh shit, they don't leave me alone. So let me see. Try to help yourself first.
You know what you should do? Start getting like, what's them called? Contracts.
Pay my bills and we can casually have sex.
And if you literally have him signed, that's a legal documentation.
Then sue
So
his ass.
Exactly, he can't ask for it back. See?
I feel like I'll be a legal hoe then.
Sign this contract on the dotted line, please.
Right.
Name and date.
And that's what I'm saying too. There's nothing wrong with having casual relations with someone. Like, first of all, don't be out there having casual relations with 2, 3, 4, 5 people. That's a little scary. And you know there are some STDs out there. But
don't play with your life and don't be playing with others.
Right, but there's nothing wrong with having one person where y'all don't want to be in a relationship together, but y'all want to.
Speaking of that.
What?
I just saw this thing where this guy was getting HIV just to give it to other people.
He was getting it?
He got it. Like, he got
it on purpose?
Yes, he went out his way to get HIV to then distribute it to other people. What type of sicko?
That's, I mean, of course it's bad, but that's worse than accidentally getting HIV and then giving it to other people.
First of all, you killed yourself. You just killed yourself.
You literally just killed yourself. That's crazy.
See, that's the abuser. That's the abuser right there.
That is crazy. But yeah, there's nothing wrong with having that one person that you know, casually have sex with too. But, you know, at least, I don't know. That's how I am. Like, do something for me. You gonna help me out? My bills, if you gonna pay this bill.
I'm like, I don't know why you just want to.
We don't even gotta go on a date. Don't go on a date. Pay my fucking bill. I don't need to go to a fancy restaurant. I don't need that. Why is this?
You need to turn your phone.
First of all, I'm embarrassed by this ring. Let's just say that. All right, hold on, y'all. Let me turn off this phone.
She's such an old lady. She does everything slow. Like, just to let y'all know.
I don't. First
Ivy
of all,
does everything slow.
in a matter of these few seconds, I check my text messages. So let's just say that was fast. But, yeah, so users and abusers. What about, I guess it's more so a topic of people, like, using you, but what about, like, abusers, like physical abusers?
I don't play them type games. Don't put your hands on me. Listen,
I don't play them type games no more. We ain't gonna discuss the past, but no more. I'll throw some hot oil on your motherfucking ass. Don't play with me.
I have a thing of, like, women, like, I don't know, like, maybe because I've never been in that situation or stopped the situation before it ever got that far, but I don't, if you put your hands on a man, if you literally hit a man, like, hard, and it hurts him, like, a lot, if he beatbox you back, there's nothing you can say about it. I'm just going to be honest, because I have a thing of,
That's what I'm saying. Don't hit my motherfucking son.
or he gonna have to beatbox you.
Yeah.
Like, keep your hands to yourself. It's all about keeping your hands to yourself. But once it goes past that, and that person is now hitting you for no reason or pushing you, because men are always gonna be stronger than women, like physically so. So, but if he initiated that hit, that's when I'm gonna say it's wrong, because you know you're stronger. You know you are. But when a woman is literally beating on a man, like black and blue, he has all right to, one, defend himself. Because you wouldn't expect him to be on the street getting beat up for him to just take the hits. So why would you expect him when he in his home for you to be hitting on him and him taking the hits? Right. Use your words. That's why we have mouths.
I think that we should save that topic pretty much for another day.
Okay.
But don't let no nigga hit you. Let's just end it with that. Do take a bat to that motherfucking head.
Yep.
But we'll save that topic for another day. That's like a deeper topic. For real.
Now, one of the questions is, why can't people just stop using people?
I just think it's who they are.
I think it's two sets of people's fault. I'm going to take the fault as the person who's always used. I make it so easy to be used.
Amen.
That's the problem. Like, I don't have defenses. I just think with my heart. And I'm like, oh, that person's a good person. That person's going to do right by me. That person does not do right by me.
Right.
And it's like, and it's masked with friendship. Sometimes they mask their use. Some people are smart, though, with how they use people. They will make you think they want nothing from you, even while you're doing things for them. They're like, oh, no, I don't need that. Hey, let me pay you for this. Here, let me pay you back. And then over time, that person stops offering to pay you back. After you said no a couple of times, the person stops offering to pay you back. And their bill that they accumulated got, like, significantly larger and stuff like that.
Right.
So
I think that's why I've come to a point where if I'm going to loan a friend something, I'm going to loan it with the intention of not getting it back. Like, I'm going to give it to them. Okay. I'm not going to tell them that because I want my shit back. Right. But if I don't get it back, it's not going to affect me. So
do you put stipulations on how much you give or what you
give? Yeah, definitely. Because I ain't giving you my rent money. And but, say it's like $20, $30, $40, $50. I'm with the intention of, I'm in my heart, I'm giving it to you.
Right.
But if you pay me back, I'm taking it.
If you pay me back, that'll be nice.
Right. And I might ask you as well. I'm going to be like, hey, you have that money. But it's never, I'm like emotionally prepared not to receive that money and not let it to get in between our friendship or like family. But I've also stopped lending people money and stuff like that because I've noticed that does ruin a lot of friendships and stuff like that. Sometimes you just gotta say no. Or you ain't got it. That's my famous line. I ain't got it, I'm broke. That's what I use all the time. I'm broke, I ain't got it.
Now I have stipulations, too. If you ask me for $20, I could give you $20. I am going to ask for it back because especially if you use the word borrow. If you say, can I borrow $20? I'm like, yes, and I will be here when you're ready to pay it back within about a week time span because everybody gets paid every week or every other week. Don't try to play me, okay? Most of my friends, I know when they get paid. So if you ask me for money, I'll be there right there on your paycheck day. Hands out, open palm, ready. Because I'm tired of people using me. I'm tired of it. Like, I'm at that point where a good person turns bad.
Right.
And I'm at that, like, cliff right there. Like, I could see me, who I can become, right there at the bottom. I don't want to become that person, though. I still want to be the open-hearted person, the person who's willing to help anybody. But at what point? What's the thing? How much more of myself do I have to give?
Right.
Before I'm just like an empty shell. Like, there are people who give and give and give and give, and they're like broken.
I think, you want my honest opinion?
Sure.
I think you just have to have a better judging character on who you do for and who you help. And because I don't think you should change who you are. You know, I do love the person that you are. You're so giving. And, you know, you're just a great person. So I think that you just limit to who you're a great person to. And, you know, just really genuinely fill people out before you do that. And if you feel like no, if you feel like the slightest bit like they might not pay me back, then don't give it to them. You ain't got it.
I ain't got it.
You broke. Repeat after me. I'm broke. I ain't got it.
I'm broke. I ain't got it.
Because you ain't saying no, so they can't be mad at you. Where they want you to pull money from?
I am usually broke. Again, it's like people know when I get paid. That's.
So what? You also got rent and bills.
That is true.
Auto pay as well. As soon as that money went in, that money went out. I'm broke. What are you talking about?
Auto pay. I hate that. Like, my internet is auto pay, and I just be surprised every time.
Me too. I wasn't lying when I said it goes in and goes out. Yeah, but I just think you just gotta watch who you loan to. You know, users. I mean, yeah, no users. People that use other people. Cut it the fuck out. That's it. Cut it the fuck out and get your own stuff.
Now, what about the person who you want them to do it on their own? Like, they have been, like, leeching off for you. That's what we're going to say, leeching off of you for so long. And you want that person to now, like, do it on their own. Like, listen, we're still cool. We're still friends. I just want you to learn how to do things on your own.
Let them fall on their face. That's all I say. Because a person is not going to do it. Like, unless you force them to do it, no one's going to do it. It's like a parent with their child. Unless you force them to do anything, you force them to walk or you force them to do things, force them to do homework, they're not going to do it. Mm-hmm. You have to force people. Like, if not, if you're constantly like, all right, well, you didn't get the money to pay your bill, I'm going to pay it next month. If you still didn't get it, all right, I'm going to pay it. No, I'm not going to pay that shit. That's just going to get cut off. You need to find a way to pay that shit. Right. Fucking grown. I'm also that type of person because I've been on my own since I was 17. First house I ever lived in was complete abandoned. Literally an abandoned house with my 2-month-old son and his father. So I rose up from there completely by myself. Found a job at Walmart and made it up. So when people tell me they're like, you know, grown ass motherfuckers, they can't do it. No, yes you can.
Right.
Go get a fucking job. It doesn't matter what job it is. It's income. Go get that job.
I just start preaching people live within your means.
That too.
Like, don't depend on me to help you live outside of your means.
Don't come to me with some $250 sneakers on your feet and tell me you need money. Sell them fucking sneakers. How about that? Go buy you some Payless Johns because you can't afford it.
Real broke people don't be buying Jordans or the first ones in lines to buy Jordans.
Exactly.
Real broke people are at Walmart just like, oh, those.
But actually, in real life,
right,
real broke people be the first ones in line buying them Jordans. And I don't even know because I can't even afford that shit and I fucking work 40 hours a week and get paid pretty good money.
Right.
So, they really be the people that's at home sleeping on the floor on a mattress in their mom's house. First motherfuckers in line buying them Jordans and stuff. I'm like, freshest motherfuckers in the club. And I'm in there with some $15 shoes, $10 pants. Like, it's true, though. But you just got to draw the line on people that's trying to use you and abuse you. Don't let them do that shit.
Have you ever used anybody like hardcore?
No, I just told you about the guy situation.
But that's just like this little. Like the space between my two fingernails.
I don't think I've ever used anybody. The only person that I really like ask for things is my son's father.
Right.
And I'm not going to say I expect him to help me, but I AKA expect him to help me.
Bet.
I do so much, which most likely all of us women do when you're separated. You know, I do a lot, and he has it a lot easier.
Right.
Where he can just get up, get dressed, go to work, come back, take a shower, go to sleep. Well, I can't. My day consists of waking up extra early, you know, dressing Jay, taking him to school, driving to work, getting off of work, picking him up from the sitter, bringing him back home, getting him bathed, getting his homework done to get him back to bed for the next day. Like, I feel like, you know, I do a lot more, which is a parent's job or whatever. But I also think I cover a lot more for Jaden too. Like, I make sure I buy all his clothes, all his sneakers and stuff like that. So when I ask him, I feel like, you know, it shouldn't be a problem where it's like, you know, this month, can you help me cover this bill? You know, I feel like it shouldn't be a problem, you know. But that's really the only person that I help. I don't think I use him because we are there for each other.
Right.
We are always been there for each other. He can call me for anything. And if I have it or if I can do it, I'm going to do it. So I don't ever think I use my son's father. He's really, but I don't think I use anybody. Have
you mentally abused anybody or emotionally abused anybody?
I physically abuse bitches. Well, we won't talk about that. We're not going to discuss that. I don't think I've had emotionally abused anybody. People be emotionally abusing me when they be talking about me and stuff like that. People that say they're my friends and then they make up lies about me for no complete reason.
People are bored.
That's and I really don't be doing shit. Like, I don't, like, I'm probably I don't sleep around. I don't really go out like that. I don't do nothing at all. Really.
That's why I call her old lady, because she drive like one too.
I drive like an old lady. I live like an old lady. And I don't understand where these lies be coming from. So, but that does take, you know, sometimes that takes a toll on me. I guess it would be like emotional abuse, bullying.
But, you know, that's why probably I don't have a lot of friends. I don't have time for that stuff. Like, when I see that in somebody, we can't really be friends.
Right.
I'm like, because...
That's where I lack. Because I constantly trying to find the good in people. And then when they could just come with, I'm sorry, and I'm like, okay. But then when they do shit like that, I also get very, very aggressive and want to fight.
If you hurt me emotionally, that you can't use me no more after that. Like, my because I have a very short range of emotions. Like, I literally am happy, sad, or pissed off. That's it. There's literally no in between. And all of these are all the extreme. Like, when I'm happy, you know, I'm happy all the time. Like, all the time, smiling, jittery, singing, dancing,
right.
jumping
You're
around.
Majority happy.
Yes, that's why the other two are very extreme. When I'm sad, I'm sad. I'm deep in there. Like, I'm at... You remember, you saw Get Out, right? And remember when the lady sent him, like, told him, like, go down to the abyss, whatever? Mm-hmm. That's how deep I am when I'm sad. All right? And then when I'm pissed off, angry, I want to commit murder. And there's really nothing that's going to appease that besides the murder that I want to commit. That's why I try to stay happy. Because if y'all ever let me get to those points, it's not good for nobody.
I think that definitely describes you. Me, I'm different shades of things. I have different shades of happy, different shades of sad, different shades of mad. I could be mad, but it's not getting to me. And then I could be mad where I'm coming to your house and I'm banging down your door and you coming outside and you gonna get dragged because I'm not the fuck playing. And which I've done and I'm not proud of.
I am. I'm
because
proud of you.
I'm not. I could have went to jail.
Listen, people be asking for it.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I have my different shades where I'm mad. I could be hear something and I'm super mad, but I won't do nothing about it. I have my different shades. I could be sad, but then I can cover it up throughout the day, or I could be really sad like today, earlier, and I can be crying all day, and I didn't even want to leave the house. I didn't even want to come here. I was like not because of you, like dealing with my sister's passing and stuff like that. It's just I was in a deep depression today. But, I fought it, and I got up, and I came out the house. I'm happy I did. You have to fight through those things. But, and I could be really happy, or I could just be happy, chilling happy. I don't know what you would call it. But you got anything else to say, Annie?
Anything else to say?
Have you learned anything from today?
Besides, I need to be a better judgment of character.
Right.
And you know why I noticed something about me being used? That these people will show like, okay, so my longest time of being used hopefully is about to end. Like very soon, like within the next coming month, no less. Okay? And when a person shows signs over the course of years, like one instance happened, I'm like, all right, chalked. That's okay. It's no biggie, It is what it is. Then it happens again. I'm like, okay, that's kind of repetitive, but you know what? I'm going to let that go. Again, okay, now you're drawing. But at the same time,
you drawing for letting it happen.
I am.
Continue.
But I'm a sucker for a sob story.
I know, me too.
I just stop telling people sob stories. That's what I want to tell everybody else. Keep your sob story to yourself.
I'm telling you, the users do that. They come to you and they get in your heart. And they don't go fuck. They just want to use you.
Just climb right into my heart. Because I'm like, because you ever feel like you're more, what's the word? More blessed or have more. So you feel as though you should help those that do not have. But you ever sit back and wonder why doesn't that person have?
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, if you have a job, you should be able to do this. Or live within your means to acquire these things.
Mm-hmm.
So, if I'm able to acquire it and live within my means and do everything that I want, like, because, I'm spoiled. I spoil myself. And I want everybody around me to spoil me, too. So, if I ask for something, because I give so much to people, when I ask for something, I don't want maybe, or I'll see. The same way I answered you yes very quickly is the same way I want you to answer me yes very quickly. Mm-hmm. I don't want no, I'll see, my money's tight.
But the funny thing about that is users usually don't give either, what I've noticed.
Right.
Is they're so quick to say they can't do it or they ain't got it. That's just how it is.
I just hate that. I hate when you say you don't got it, but then I just saw you. For example, say I asked you for $20. You say you don't got it. But then I see you order food.
Mm-hmm. I've had people, I'm not even going to put their names out there because it's close family. I've had people, I'll be like, can I have not have, because I never asked to have shit. Like, yo, can I can you spot me like $20, $30 real quick? And it takes a lot for me as a person to ask someone for something. So if I'm asking you, I really, really need it.
Mm-hmm.
Really. So, and they'll be like, I don't got it. This money I got right here, which is like $2,000, $3,000, is to buy a car or to buy this or to buy that. Okay. So you got a couple $1,000s in your pocket and you can't spot me like $20, $30. And it's very important. Okay.
The disrespect is real.
That's okay, because the motherfuckers ain't get shit from me. But you have anything else to say?
Mm-hmm.
I ain't learned nothing today.
Oh, well, the disrespect.
I've been dealing with being used so long, and I already learned. Only person using me is my mama. Let me put that back out there. That's it, because she brought me in this world, and I don't think I'll stop letting she can use me. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram. What's our Instagram name, Annie? I forgot, you guys. Horrible. Yin2, number 2, my yang, but my it's spelled YIN, number 2, MYANG. That's our Instagram.
You forgot to ask me what song we've been listening to, or what song I've been listening to, or vice versa.
I did forget. That's supposed to be after Scandals, but let's do that now. What song you been listening to, Annie?
All right, so the song I've been listening to, she wouldn't let me listen to when we were on our way here.
Oh, God.
Okay, so let's just say personally, this Cardi B, okay, I personally do not like. All her music I do not like. There are people who like her music. Like her music. And you keep playing the songs that I don't like, okay? I like it, okay?
And that's the one that I really don't like, but okay.
Here goes the yin to my yang.
I kind of actually never listened to it.
That's why you're going to listen to it on our way.
All right.
Okay?
I will. But we got to listen to my Selena Gomez song. What's it called? I forgot what
you
it's called.
You don't even know, so it's not your song.
It's been my song since yesterday. Give me a break. I just found out yesterday what the name and the person that was singing it. But every time I heard it, I'd be like, this is my jam. I finally did my research and found out it was Selena Gomez. What's it called?
I don't know. You played it.
It Ain't Me. I think it's called It Ain't Me.
Perhaps.
Let's see. We're looking it up. It Ain't Me. See? That's my song right now. Puts me in my mode because no, nigga, it ain't me. That song is like real ghetto. All right. Well, we're going to wrap it up for today. We don't have a topic for next week yet. We're going to do that eventually, too. We're going to state the topics beforehand. That way, if you guys want to send in any stories or any questions or anything like that, you can send them to us on the website that we will have up once Annie does it.
First of all.
Or you can DM us on the Instagram that I made.
Pure pressure upon poor people. Pure pressure.
But that's what we'll do eventually. We have a lot of things that we want to do, that we want to incorporate, but we're just starting it off right now. So that's it for today.
Mm-hmm. And don't be used. Try not to be. It's hard. Especially if you're a nice person. It's hard.
Don't be a fucking user.
Now that is easy.
All right, we out.
We out.
That's good. I think it's good.
Keep it all real, I'm a prophetess. So at least you took a L off your bucket list.
We don't own any music that was played during this podcast.